Hello everyone, welcome to my weekly Facebook Live. Today we are making two cards. This is like a 2-for-1 card. So this is the two cards we're going to make. I love this fun folded card. And I actually shared one a few months ago and I'll show you that one too. And it is probably one of my top commented on videos in my YouTube channel. So I thought I'd make another one, a different version, and we could go over all those steps again. Okay, before we do, let's talk about everything that's going on. It's a big day, guys. Huge day. But we're getting ready to get to April. April starts Saturday. And so we're nearing the end of the subscription period for the April Paper Pumpkin. So if you want the All the Little Things Paper Pumpkin kit, make sure that you subscribe by April 10th. It's going to be a good kit. 9 cards, plus you're going to get a box organizer in this month's kit, or in April's kit. So it's going to be good. Okay, guys, this is it. We have reached the color refresh. Demonstrators find out today, this afternoon, what colors are leaving, what colors are staying, what colors are bringing back. All the details will be revealed today. Now, when that list comes out, colors are going to start going. If you have not shopped for your favorite colors in my online store, you got to do that, because as soon as that list comes out, colors are going to go. I've seen it happen before. Colors go very, very fast. The soft succulent Stampin' Blends have already sold out. Those are gone. So if you have been waiting to order those colors you love, just if you've been waiting to see if they've stuck around, don't wait. Once that retired list comes out, the colors are going to go. Now, I'm super excited. I can't wait for a color refresh. I always love a good color refresh. So make sure you're shopping my online store for those. Now, this is the last chance to be entered into my 50th anniversary celebration giveaway. I am giving away a $50 shopping spree for every one of these charts that I fill up. When you place a $50 order with me, or every $50 you order with me, you get your name and a number. When the charts are full, I randomly pull a number and that person wins a $50 shopping spree with me, just to celebrate my 20th anniversary. So if this is your last chance, last days to be qualified for this is Friday, March 31st. So get in on that if you want that. Now, in addition to those colors leaving, we're also going to get the retiring list for the annual catalog and the mini catalog this afternoon. If you want to see what's retiring, if you want to be one of the first to see what's retiring, head to my online store at 1 o'clock. It's all going to be in my online store. There should be like a little banner. At past years, there have been like a banner across that says like last chance. Click that. It should show you all the products that are retiring. I will be working to try to get out a blog post with all the details as quickly as I can after that list posts at 1, but just bear with me. Sometimes things happen and the website sometimes doesn't work as well, so just bear with me. It might take a little bit longer to get it up, but if you want to see everything, go to my online store and you can see it there this afternoon starting at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. All right, guys, my card crate for April is ready for registration if you have not already registered for this one. This features the Rhino Ready bundle. This is part of the online exclusives. This is such a cute little bundle. My card crate, my class to go, I have a rogue rhino in there ready to go. I'm gonna put him away. But my class to go features 6 fun cards. I'm showing you 6 different ways to color these rhinos. Well, we're using 6 different colors. The coloring is pretty similar, but all the details for this card crate are in the video description. Your card crate will actually make 12 cards and you get $20 in product. So check out the video description for that link, and on my blog, and all of the details are there. It's such a cute bundle. All right, guys, this is this month's host code. Remember, we will have a different host code starting April 1st, starting Saturday. So check social media and my blog posts first thing on Saturday, April 1st for the new host code if you're shopping after April. If you're shopping before April, use this host code. All orders receive a PDF with 3 exclusive projects. If your order is over $50 more, you're going to receive the make and take kit that coordinates with it. Next month, the April PDF actually features this Taco Fiesta bundle, and the cards are so cute. So if you place an order in April, you're going to get the Taco Fiesta make and take kit, which is so cute. This month's kit is really cute too. I don't want to discount this month either if you're placing an order today with the retired list coming out, but this month's kit's really cute. Okay, back in December, I shared this card. This is that Playing with the Rain bundle, which is so cute, which, oh my gosh, I hope that bundle carries over. I'm not done playing with it. But I shared this card, and this card I think I get the most comments on in my YouTube channel, so I thought, you know what, let's let's bring it back. Let's remake it. Let's do it again. And this time we're going to use the Taco Fiesta stamp set. This is one of my favorites. This is in the mini catalog. This one is another one I hope carries over. I don't know if it will, but man, I really love this one. I've used it a ton, and I really, really love this one. So we're going to use that. And so we're going to make this fun diagonal unfold card. This is a great card to make multiples of because you're going to end up with 2 card bases. By the way, we're going to cut and score this, and the DSP we're using, you're going to end up with supplies for 2 cards too. So if you're going to make 1, you might as well make 2. So this is a great 2 for 1. So let's start with our cardstock, with our base. You're going to use your paper trimmer for this. I'm going to use our Stampin' Up! One because it is the best. It's the one I love the best. So you're going to start with a piece that is 8.5 by 11, just a full piece of cardstock. This one is Sweet Sorbet, and we're going to do scoring. Scoring is the light gray one. You have two blades on here, the scoring blade and the cutting blade. Scoring is the light gray one, and we're going to score this 2 times. We're going to score it at 4 1/4 and at 5 1/2. Now, if you prefer to score on your Simply Scored, you can do that, 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. So we've just scored this in half 2 ways. Now, I'm going to take out that scoring one just so we have a little bit more room on our cutting track here, and I'm going to pull this down just so you can kind of see. I'm going to line up the card. I know I'm not going to get this whole thing in. Well, let me see if I can turn it this way, if I can get the whole thing in. Maybe. But I'm going to line this up point to point on that cutting track. So I'm lining up the corner on one to the corner on the other on the cutting track. And if you get this perfect, it makes your life a lot easier, I promise. Oops, I just moved it. So I'm going to take some time and just make sure I get that perfect. Now, your blade is not going to cut all the way across. You can see that the corners are hanging over the edges a little bit. So your blade's not going to get those far corners, but that's okay. We have scissors. We can do that. So, okay, let me move this out of the way, and I'll bring this in and show you. So if your blade did not get all the way to the corner, which I think, by removing that scoring blade, you really have a better shot of getting all the way to that corner. But then you have 2 pieces, two giant triangle pieces, and we're going to do some folding. So fold on those score lines, just like that. And actually, I want them to go this way. I like it to the top part to open on the right. So fold it this way. Okay, so this is 1 card base. So you have 1 card base ready to go. And this one, I want to go this way. You have the other one. So you have 2 cards. Now, every piece of cardstock is going to give you, I'm just going to line this one up a little better. Our cutting was slightly off, so I'm just going to line that up just a little bit. There we go. Every piece of cardstock, when you cut it in half, you're going to get 2 cards. But this one, because it's already scored, you're going to get 2 cards that, you know, basically are pretty fancy. So make 2 cards with it. Okay, so those are our 2 card bases. So not hard, just 2 score lines, 1 cut. And now we're going to pull in our DSP. Now our DSP is the Flowers and More DSP. This is a host DSP in our mini catalog. If you haven't gotten this DSP, time's running out. You got to grab this one too. I'm going to bring my paper trimmer back in because we are going to trim this. Let me grab my card bases. So the card bases open the same. So that top flap is on the right. So we're going to cut these diagonally from the top left to the bottom right because they're going to go on like this. So line them up. They are 4 by 5 1/4. I have 2 patterns here. You can choose any DSP you want, and we're going to just line it up the same way. Just line up that the points diagonally, top left, bottom right, and just go ahead and cut it. And then you end up with 4 triangles this time. Okay? All right. Now, your paper will go on here. Now, your like the Sweet Sorbet pattern, this one's going to go on the top of this one, but on the bottom of this one. So see, it's all going to line up perfectly. I need 4 hands, right? Look there. This one goes this way. So you're going to get 2 cards. The DSPs are going to be opposite, but it's still going to be the same amazing look. So fantastic, right? Okay, let's glue these down. And we don't lose them. All right, look at the back of that one. So cute. I'm going to use liquid glue for this. You can use your Stampin' Seal, whatever you want. I like the liquid glue for triangles because you get it into the corners. And then you're just going to have just a little border around the DSP, just a border of cardstock around the DSP. Okay, this one goes on here. So we're making 2 cards. I am only stamping for 1 card. I already have everything done. So, but if you are making this card, make sure that you are stamping double of everything, okay? Because you'll need 2 of everything. Now, before we get into the stamping of the Taco Fiesta stamp set, I just want to say there are no dies, there are no punches. So if you don't like to fussy cut, choose a different stamp set, choose a different bundle, because this one does have a little bit of fussy cutting, especially since you're making 2 cards. You're going to have to do a lot of fussy cutting. If you don't like to fussy cut, go with a different bundle or just stamp everything on a bigger circle. That would work too. But there you go. There's your 2 card bases. So it is a great 2-for-1 card. You get 2 card bases that you are now ready to do anything with. Okay. So let's do our stamping. So I have my stamps from my Taco Fiesta here. A scrap piece of white. Remember, I'm only stamping for 1. If you're making this, you gotta stamp double. All right. So we have the little soft taco on 1. I'm using Memento. We have the little avocado. We have the little crunchy taco. And we have the little chili pepper. Okay, so if you're making this, stamp 2 of it. All right, then we're going to do the little mustache. I'm going to make sure he's nice and inky. And we're going to put him, the little mustache, on our crunchy taco. And that just adds so much personality to him, doesn't it? So cute. Okay, I'm going to move those out of the way. I'm going to move this black ink out of the way before I put my hand in it. All right, now let's do some coloring. We're going to color it with our Stampin' Blends. And I'm going to, we're not doing super fancy coloring, so we're just going to try to go through this pretty quickly. Dark Parakeet Party, and we're going to color the stem of this chili pepper. I'm going to do all of my, I'm going to do all the Parakeet Party at once. We're just going to go through here. The Dark Parakeet Party on these little lettuce pieces. Now, you can have whatever you want coming out of your taco. This is how I've colored it the whole time, but you can do whatever you want. The Dark Parakeet Party again for the avocado. We're going to go, I'm just going to use the dark just around the outside. And then I'm just going to use the light to finish coloring the inside. We'll blend out that line from the dark. And that is our little avocado. We're going to do that outside of the avocado, the peel, in a minute. Okay, the dark again, just on the kind of the bottom of our lettuce pieces here, coming out of our soft taco. And then just going again with the light. And just blend that. You don't have to do a whole lot of shading. These are small images, so you don't have to do a ton of shading on these. Okay, so that's Parakeet Party. Let's go in with our crumb cake. So this is my dark crumb cake. This is for the outside of the avocado. This is a very, very small little line, this outside. So if you just wanted to color that, just extend that dark Parakeet Party, I think that would look fine too. All right, and the dark just around the center of the avocado pit. And that's it with the dark. We're going to come in with the light and just kind of blend that whole thing out. Okay. Now for the little tortilla over here with the light, I'm just going to go around the edge of the tortilla pretty much. And then when there's little dots from the artist, that is going to tell me that those are going to be a little bit darker. So I just went around that. Then I'm going to use my color lifter and just kind of soften all of those edges just so they don't look like harsh lines. But we're not trying to erase it. We're just softening it. And that is your little soft taco. All right, the sweet sorbet. Let's color our tomatoes. This is dark sweet sorbet. And color the little tomato pieces. This could, I guess, be cheese or something too. You could color it however you want. And then I'm actually going to switch to the brush tip. I found this a little bit easier on the pepper. So on the bottom down here, we're just going to kind of color a nice little swoosh down there with the dark. Then I'm going to come in with my light sweet sorbet. Go very carefully around the little stem. Okay, and then just blend it all out. I wanted that bottom part to be a lot darker than the top, so that's why we kind of do a big kind of smush of dark. And just make sure you blend that out nicely like that. All right, finally our taco. Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to use my dark, and I'm going to kind of, this is going to look like a hot mess, but I'm going to go kind of along the bottom and then up the sides quite a bit. It's not going to look fancy, it's not going to look pretty. And then come in with your light Daffodil Delight and just go around the edges carefully, blend it all out, and just work those dark areas until those lines are kind of seamless. And that will give you a nice little shaded taco. All right, so you're going to do that with all 8 of your stamped images, because remember, you're making 2 cards. You got to do double. So you're going to do all of that, and then you're going to fussy cut them out. I've already fussy cut all mine, so I have them all fussy cut, and I put dimensionals on the back ready to go. So I feel like I'm extra organized today. Let's do some more stamping. Let's do the rest of our stamping. I have cut some squares. Remember, we're making 2, so you need double of each, from the Stylish Shapes dies. So this one is the 3rd largest, and then this one I think is the 4th largest. Yeah, so Parakeet Party and white. So we're going to stamp the Spectacular onto the bottom of our white squares. And the only reason I chose this size square, I got to pull this down so I could see a little bit better. The only reason I chose this size square was because look how perfectly that greeting fits on there. So if it just fits so perfectly, that was the only reason I chose that size square. You can do circles, you can do whatever shapes you want. If you have triangles, ovals, whatever shape you want. You're just going to need 2 of them, 1 for each. All right, let's set these down onto the Parakeet Party ones. We're going to layer these up like this. Then, stamp and seal. Don't mess with me today. All right, then I have cut with my basic borders dies. Let me show you those. Those are amazing dies. If you haven't got these dies, add them to your list today, because these are amazing dies. I use them for a ton of things. Now this little zigzag one, I cut little zigzag borders using Orchid Oasis glimmer paper. And so I cut one side, and then I moved the die, cut the other side, and that's how you get these. So I just used like a 5-inch strip of paper. We're going to cut it down, so it doesn't need to be that long. You can definitely get away with a little bit shorter than that. I'm going to put just a little bit of adhesive on the back of this. Don't go all the way across the whole thing, because we're going to end up trimming it off. And this is just going to go right above the greeting, like that. We're going to let that dry for just a second before we come back and trim it. Okay, just a little bit of glue on there, right above the greeting. This looks like, if you did this in yellow, wouldn't that look like Charlie Brown stripes, right? So every time I cut a little zigzag piece, that's always what I think. I'm like, that's Charlie Brown's shirt. All right, I'm looking for scissors. All right, so just trim this. Just trim it. I like to trim it with the zigzag going, and then whatever direction you find is easier to trim it. It's just hanging off a little bit, maybe like 1/2 inch on each side. All right, so we are getting ready to assemble. Let's bring back our card bases. Now this is the most important part of putting together your cards. You have to figure out where to put the dimensionals. If you put dimensionals on the back of this whole thing, you're going to adhere your card shut. So you only want to adhere it to the top half of your card. So figure out, that's this part of the triangle. So I'm going to just put a dimensional right there, and one over here, and one over here. And that is, I'm actually going to move that one over a little bit, just like that. Because if you continue down here with dimensionals, you're going to glue your card shut. And then I'm just going to kind of line that up in the center, make sure it's straight, double check, make sure you don't have any dimensionals hanging off the back there. All right. And I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Oh, wait, which side was the top? This side. I always have to double check, because you guys, I've done it wrong. And I mean, if you adhere it to the bottom part, that's okay too. It's just a preference really that I want mine adhered to the top, the one that opens first, or in my head opens first. And then stick that one down. So cute, right? All right, see? These cards come together pretty quickly once you get all the stamping and coloring done, right? All right, let's get all of our little taco pieces now. And I remember, I told you how organized I was. I put them all on dimensionals already, so all we have to do is kind of plug them in, just like that. Now make sure that your dimensionals do not hang over the side, especially the ones that are going to hang off, because you don't want to glue your card shut. Isn't that cute? Aren't those guys cute? I could just play with this Taco Fiesta set all day long. They are so stinking cute. So just kind of plug them in. Lots of bundles would work great for this. And then the little chili just goes down there. Just don't cover up the face of your little taco dude. Okay. All right. Finishing touches. I have the, let's see if I can get them without dropping them. These are the pastel adhesive sequins. These are in the mini catalog as well. These have been some of my favorites. I think I've gone through multiple packages of these. These are so good. So we're just going to add 3 to each of them. So I'm going to do one big one and then a couple little ones. Oops. I should be using my take your pick tool. I don't know why I'm not grabbing for that anymore. It's because the scissors are already out, right? So it's just easier. All right. So, all right, let's move these out of the way before I drop them all on the floor. Got trash everywhere. All right, one more finishing touch on these. I have some Sweet Sorbet bows that I've already tied with using the In Color Baker's Twine, and we're just going to kind of tuck that right next to the little chili. Just like that. And I already tied those and put them on glue dots. How organized was I, guys? Doesn't happen often, so we have to praise it a little bit. All right, but that is your 2-for-1 card. Isn't it cute? So, you know, if you're making one of these, you might as well make 2. You're cutting and scoring that cardstock for 2 cards, just make 2 cards. It just makes your life easier. Now you have 2 cards to send to 2 friends who will love it. All right, I have a couple, but I hope you guys like this. I love this card. This is one of my favorites. It's not a complicated fun fold, but it sure is a really fun one. People love this one. So I love it. I hope you guys love it too. If you're watching this on Facebook, please share this with your crafty friends. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate that. Don't forget, everything is happening this afternoon at 1, and I will try to get that blog post up with all the details, with everything by shortly after 1, as close as I can after 1. But check my blog for all the details on that after 1. And then you can always check my online store after 1 for that last chance list as well. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.